Welcome back. Imagine discovering a gemstone so beautiful that it looks like a piece of the Caribbean Sea frozen in time. A stone with swirling shades of blue and white that seem almost impossible to create naturally. A gem so rare that it can be found in only one place on Earth. A stone surrounded by mystery, legends, and stories that continue to fascinate collectors around the world. Most people have never heard of it. Yet those who have seen it often become obsessed with its beauty. This is the story of Larimar, one of the world's most extraordinary gemstones. And the deeper you look into its history, the stranger the story becomes. Because Larimar is not just rare. It is nearly impossible. For centuries, people walked across the lands where it lay hidden beneath their feet. Entire generations lived and died without knowing that one of Earth's most beautiful treasures was waiting beneath the surface. But that was only the beginning. The truth behind Larimar would eventually lead explorers into remote mountains, uncover ancient legends, and reveal a geological mystery unlike any other. And that's where our story begins. Larimar is often called the Caribbean gemstone. The moment you see it, the reason becomes obvious. Its colors resemble tropical waters seen from above. Soft sky blues blend into deep ocean shades. White patterns flow through the stone like waves crashing against a beach. Some pieces look like clouds floating across a bright summer sky. Others resemble the sea during a tropical storm. No two pieces are exactly alike. This unique appearance has made Larimar one of the most recognizable gemstones in the world. Yet unlike diamonds, sapphires, or emeralds, Larimar remains relatively unknown to many people. Its rarity is almost unbelievable. Every single piece of Larimar ever discovered comes from one small region in the Caribbean nation of the Dominican Republic. Nowhere else. Not in Asia. Not in Africa. Not in Europe. Not even in the vast mineral-rich regions of North America. Only one location on Earth has produced this remarkable stone. Few people know that this fact alone makes Larimar one of the rarest gemstones available to collectors today. But how was it discovered? The answer sounds almost like a treasure hunting adventure. For years, local people living near the coast occasionally found strange blue stones washed onto beaches. The stones appeared mysteriously after storms and heavy rains. No one knew where they came from. People believed the ocean itself might be creating them. Others thought they had drifted from some unknown island far away. The mystery continued for generations. Then, in 1974, everything changed. A man named Miguel Mendez became fascinated by the unusual blue stones. Together with a volunteer from the Peace Corps named Norman Rilling, he decided to search for their source. They followed clues into the rugged mountains of the Dominican Republic. The terrain was difficult. The forests were dense. The search seemed almost impossible. Yet they refused to give up. Finally, after a long investigation, they found what they had been looking for. Hidden deep within the mountains was the source of the mysterious blue stones. The discovery shocked everyone. An entirely new gemstone deposit had been found. A gemstone unlike anything the world had seen before. Miguel Mendez gave the stone its famous name. He combined the name of his daughter, Larissa, with the Spanish word for sea, mar. The result was Larimar. A name that perfectly matched its ocean-like beauty. What happened next shocked everyone. Word of the discovery spread rapidly. Gem collectors became curious. Jewelry makers became fascinated. Scientists rushed to study the unusual stone. And soon Larimar began its journey from an unknown mountain treasure to an internationally recognized gemstone. But the deeper researchers looked, the more surprising the story became. Larimar is actually a rare variety of a mineral known as pectolite. Pectolite itself is found in various places around the world. However, it is normally gray or white. Blue pectolite is extraordinarily rare. The brilliant blue color seen in Larimar is caused by traces of copper trapped within the stone during its formation. Millions of years ago, volcanic activity helped create the conditions needed for Larimar to form.
hot mineral-rich fluids move through volcanic rock.
Over vast periods of time, unique chemical processes transformed ordinary minerals into something extraordinary.
The result was a gemstone that appears almost unreal.
Scientists continue to admire the unlikely combination of events required for Larimar to exist. If even one condition had been different, the stone might never have formed at all.
And that's where the mystery deepened. Because Larimar's beauty inspired stories far beyond science. One of the most famous legends connects the gemstone to the lost city of Atlantis.
The legend became popular after psychic Edgar Cayce predicted that remnants of Atlantis would someday be discovered in the Caribbean.
When people first saw Larimar's ocean blue appearance, some believed it could be connected to the legendary civilization. Soon, stories began spreading. People called it the Atlantis Stone.
Some claimed it carried ancient wisdom.
Others believed it possessed spiritual energy linked to the sea.
Many said the stone promoted calmness, peace, and emotional balance.
Whether these stories are true remains unknown. There is no scientific evidence connecting Larimar to Atlantis.
Yet the legend continues to attract collectors and dreamers from around the world. Perhaps that is part of Larimar's magic.
Its appearance invites imagination. When you look into its swirling patterns, it feels almost as though the stone is hiding secrets beneath the surface. And for many people, that mystery is impossible to resist. As Larimar gained fame, demand increased dramatically.
Jewelry designers fell in love with its unique colors. Collectors searched for the finest specimens. Tourists visiting the Dominican Republic eagerly purchased Larimar jewelry as a reminder of the Caribbean. Soon, the gemstone became one of the country's most important natural treasures.
But there was a problem.
The supply was limited.
Extremely limited. Since Larimar exists in only one location, mining operations face enormous challenges. Miners often work in steep mountain areas where extracting the stone requires significant effort. Some tunnels extend deep underground.
Conditions can be difficult and dangerous. Each new piece of Larimar must be carefully recovered from the surrounding rock.
As mining becomes more challenging, concerns about future supplies continue to grow. Many experts believe high-quality Larimar will become increasingly rare over time. This possibility has attracted investors as well as collectors. Fine specimens displaying intense blue colors and dramatic patterns can command impressive prices. The most valuable pieces are often called volcanic blue Larimar.
These stones display rich, vibrant shades resembling the deepest tropical waters. Collectors consider them the crown jewels of the Larimar world.
Museums and mineral exhibitions frequently showcase exceptional specimens. Their beauty captures attention immediately.
Even among rooms filled with rare gemstones, Larimar often stands out.
Yet despite all its fame, one astonishing secret remained hidden. A secret that makes Larimar even more remarkable.
But the biggest secret was still hidden. Most people assume that the rarity of Larimar comes simply from being found in one location.
That alone would be extraordinary. But the reality is even more surprising. Geologists believe the exact conditions that created Larimar were incredibly unlikely.
The combination of volcanic activity, mineral chemistry, copper content, temperature, pressure, and timing had to align perfectly. In other words, Larimar may represent a geological accident so rare that it happened only once.
Think about that for a moment. Across an entire planet. Across billions of years. Across countless volcanic eruptions and geological events. Nature may have created this stunning blue gemstone only a single time.
The odds are almost impossible to comprehend.
That realization changes everything. When you hold a piece of Larimar, you are not simply holding a beautiful gemstone. You are holding evidence of a unique event in Earth's history. A combination of circumstances so extraordinary that scientists still marvel at it today.
The truth was even more surprising than anyone imagined.
Larimar is not merely rare because humans have found it in one place.
It may be rare because nature itself only created it once.
And perhaps that is why people feel such a strong connection to it. Its beauty is not manufactured. Its story is not ordinary.
It is a reminder that our planet still holds mysteries waiting to be discovered. Even in an age of satellites, advanced science, and modern technology, hidden wonders continue to surprise us. Some remain buried beneath mountains. Some rest deep within oceans. And some reveal themselves only when the time is right. Larimar is one of those wonders. A gemstone born from fire, shaped by time, colored like the sea, and wrapped in mystery.
From forgotten mountain valleys to international collections, its journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. And perhaps the most amazing part is this.
Somewhere beneath the mountains of the Dominican Republic, hidden within ancient volcanic rock, undiscovered pieces of Larimar may still be waiting.
Silent. Untouched. Invisible to the world.
Waiting for the next explorer to uncover another piece of Earth's impossible blue treasure. A treasure that proves reality can sometimes be even more incredible than legend.
And that is the unforgettable story of Larimar. Welcome back.
Imagine holding a stone that once belonged to a creature that lived alongside dinosaurs more than 70 million years ago. A stone so colorful that it looks almost unreal. A stone that flashes with fiery reds, electric greens, deep blues, and golden light every time it moves. At first glance, it looks like something created by advanced technology.
But it wasn't made by humans. It was created by nature.
And its story began in a prehistoric ocean long before humanity ever existed.
This extraordinary treasure is known as ammonite. One of the rarest gemstones on Earth. A gemstone born from ancient life itself. And the deeper scientists looked into its past, the more unbelievable its story became. But that was only the beginning. Ammonite is unlike almost any other gemstone in the world.
Most gems come from minerals formed deep inside the earth. Diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, and rubies all have geological origins.
Ammonite is different. It comes from the fossilized shells of ancient sea creatures called ammonites. These spiral-shelled animals thrived in the oceans millions of years before humans appeared. For countless ages, their remains rested beneath layers of sediment, hidden from the world.
Over time, pressure, minerals, and extraordinary geological conditions transformed parts of these ancient shells into something breathtaking.
The result was ammonite.
A gemstone so rare that it is found in only a few places on Earth.
Its colors can rival even the finest opals. Its history stretches back to the age of dinosaurs.
And its rarity has made it one of the most fascinating treasures ever discovered. Yet for centuries, very few people knew it existed. The story of its discovery begins in what is now Western Canada. Millions of years ago, this region was covered by a vast inland sea.
Strange marine creatures filled its waters. Among them were ammonites, relatives of modern squid and octopuses.
When these creatures died, many sank to the seafloor.
Most disappeared forever.
But some were buried under layers of mud and minerals. As the ages passed, mountains rose and landscapes changed. The ancient seabed slowly transformed into dry land.
Deep beneath the surface, the ammonite shells remained hidden. Waiting.
For millions of years, nobody knew what secrets were buried there. Then nature revealed them. Wind, rain, rivers, and erosion gradually exposed pieces of these ancient fossils. People began noticing fragments that shimmered with incredible colors.
At first, many thought they were simply unusual fossils.
But scientists soon realized they had found something far more remarkable. The truth was even more surprising. These fossils contained gemstone-quality material unlike anything previously known.
Ammonite had finally emerged from its prehistoric tomb. And that's where the mystery deepened.
Long before modern gemologists studied ammonite, indigenous peoples of North America had already recognized its importance. Among several indigenous communities, the colorful fossil was treasured and respected. Some believed it carried powerful energy. Others saw it as a symbol of prosperity and protection.
Legends grew around its brilliant colors. Stories were passed from generation to generation.
Many believed the stone possessed a special connection to nature itself.
According to one well-known tradition, a time of hardship and hunger was threatening a community.
Then a colorful stone appeared and brought hope. People believed it carried life-giving power. Whether the story was literal or symbolic, the message remained powerful.
The stone represented survival, strength, and renewal.
Few people know that these legends helped preserve Amolite's cultural importance long before it became famous in the gemstone world.
But modern recognition would take much longer. For decades, collectors and researchers continued studying the colorful fossil.
As more specimens were uncovered, experts realized how rare it truly was. Unlike many gemstones that can be found in multiple countries, high-quality amolite comes from a very limited area. This scarcity made it increasingly valuable.
Museums became interested. Collectors began searching for exceptional pieces. Gemologists worked to understand how such incredible colors were possible. And what they discovered amazed everyone.
The secret lies in light itself.
Amolite's surface is made up of microscopic layers.
When light strikes these layers, it bends and reflects in different ways.
The result is an explosion of color. Red, orange, green, blue, purple, gold. Sometimes several colors appear at the same time.
As the stone moves, the colors seem to dance across its surface. No two pieces are exactly alike.
Each gemstone displays its own unique pattern, its own unique story, its own unique fingerprint. What happened next shocked everyone.
Scientists realized that producing these colors required an extremely rare combination of circumstances.
Most ammonite fossils never become amolite. Most simply fossilize without developing gemstone-quality iridescence. Only a tiny fraction experience the exact conditions needed.
That is one reason amolite remains so rare.
Another reason is fragility. Compared to diamonds or sapphires, amolite is much softer. Protecting it requires special care. This makes high-quality specimens even more valuable. The finest examples are extraordinarily difficult to find.
Collectors often spend years searching for stones displaying the full spectrum of colors. And when they do appear, competition can be intense. As awareness spread, amolite gained international recognition. Jewelry designers began incorporating it into luxury creations. Its vibrant appearance attracted buyers looking for something different from traditional gemstones. Soon, people around the world were discovering its beauty. Collectors viewed it as a natural wonder. Investors saw rarity. Museums saw scientific importance. And jewelry enthusiasts saw breathtaking color. Yet many people still had never heard of it. Compared to diamonds and rubies, amolite remained relatively unknown. This hidden status only increased its appeal. Some collectors considered it one of the gemstone world's best-kept secrets. Others called it a treasure hiding in plain sight. But the biggest secret was still hidden. As amolite's reputation grew, another fascinating belief emerged. In certain traditions, the stone became associated with harmony and positive energy. Its swirling colors reminded people of balance and natural forces. Some practitioners believed it could attract prosperity and success. Whether one accepts these beliefs or not, there is no denying the emotional impact of the stone. People often describe feeling captivated when they first see it. Its colors seem alive. Its surface appears to glow from within. And its connection to ancient life creates a powerful sense of wonder. After all, this is not merely a gemstone. It is part of a creature that lived during the age of dinosaurs. A fragment of a world long gone. A message from deep time itself. And that brings us to the most astonishing fact of all. The biggest secret of amolite is not its rarity. Not its beauty. Not even its value. It is its age. The gemstone you might see in a jewelry display today began its journey more than 70 million years ago.
Think about that for a moment. Before cities. Before civilizations. Before humanity. Before the first human footsteps touched the earth. This gemstone already existed in another form. The creature that created it swam through ancient oceans while giant dinosaurs ruled the land. Then came extinction. Massive environmental changes transformed the planet. Entire species vanished forever. Yet somehow, against impossible odds, parts of those ancient shells survived. Buried underground. Protected by nature. Wading through millions of years of earthquakes, floods, mountain building events, and climate shifts. Waiting for someone to discover them. The odds of that survival are almost impossible to comprehend. Every piece of ammonite is therefore much more than a gemstone. It is a survivor. A witness to Earth's deepest history. A relic from a vanished world. And perhaps that is why people find it so fascinating. It connects us to something far older than ourselves. Something that reminds us how brief human history really is. Today, ammonite remains one of the rarest and most extraordinary gemstones ever discovered. Collectors treasure it. Museums preserve it. Scientists continue studying it. And people around the world remain captivated by its colors. But beyond its beauty lies a deeper story. A story of ancient oceans. Lost worlds. Survival against impossible odds. And time beyond imagination. The next time you see ammonite shimmering with flashes of red, green, blue, and gold, remember what you are truly looking at. You are looking at a survivor from the age of dinosaurs. A gemstone born from life itself. A treasure created over millions of years. And proof that some of Earth's greatest wonders remain hidden until the perfect moment to be found. Because sometimes the most extraordinary treasures are not buried in royal vaults or hidden inside forgotten temples. Sometimes they are waiting quietly beneath the ground for millions of years. Waiting for humanity to finally discover their story. Welcome back. Imagine holding a stone that once belonged to a creature that lived more than 70 million years ago. A stone so colorful that it looks like a rainbow trapped inside fire. A gem that shines with flashes of red, green, blue, gold, and violet, changing with every movement. At first glance, it looks like something from a fantasy world. But this is no fantasy. It is real. It is rare. And it carries a secret hidden deep beneath the earth for millions of years. This incredible gemstone is called ammonite. And the story behind it is far more extraordinary than most people could ever imagine. Ammonite is one of the rarest gemstones on Earth. Unlike diamonds, rubies, or sapphires, it was not formed deep inside volcanoes or hidden within mountain rocks. Instead, it came from something once alive. That fact alone makes it one of the most unusual gemstones ever discovered. When people first see ammonite, they often think it is man-made. The colors appear almost impossible. Brilliant reds blend into bright greens. Deep blues suddenly flash into gold. Every angle reveals something different. But these stunning colors are completely natural. And that was only the beginning. The story of ammonite starts tens of millions of years ago during a time when giant reptiles ruled the planet. The world looked very different then. Vast inland seas covered huge parts of North America. Strange creatures swam through ancient waters while dinosaurs walked across distant shores. Among the creatures living in those prehistoric seas were ammonites. These ancient marine animals looked somewhat like modern nautiluses. They carried beautiful spiral shells and drifted through warm oceans long before humans ever existed. For millions of years, ammonites thrived. Then disaster struck. A massive extinction event changed life on Earth forever. Dinosaurs vanished. Countless species disappeared. Entire ecosystems collapsed. The ammonites were among the victims. Most of their remains slowly disappeared over time. But in one special region, something remarkable happened. Deep beneath what is now southern Alberta in Canada, certain ammonite shells became buried under layers of sediment. Protected from destruction, they underwent an incredible transformation.
Over millions of years, minerals preserved the shell's original structure.
The result was something almost magical.
The shells transformed into one of the world's most beautiful gemstones.
Ammonite. For countless ages, this treasure remained hidden underground.
No kings possessed it.
No emperors displayed it. No ancient jewelers shaped it into crowns.
Human civilization had no idea it even existed.
Then everything changed.
Long before modern gem collectors arrived, indigenous peoples living in the region knew about these colorful stones. Members of the Blackfoot Nation discovered the brilliant fossilized shells scattered across the land.
To them, the stone held powerful meaning.
Some called it the Buffalo Stone. Legends spoke of its connection to prosperity, protection, and good fortune. Stories were passed from generation to generation, describing its mysterious power and spiritual importance. According to local traditions, the stone brought strength during difficult times. Whether legend or truth, one thing was certain.
The stone inspired awe. And that's where the mystery deepened.
For centuries, ammonite remained largely unknown outside local communities. The wider world focused on diamonds, emeralds, and sapphires. Hidden beneath Canadian soil, ammonite waited patiently.
Then came the 20th century. Researchers studying fossil deposits began noticing unusual flashes of color coming from ancient ammonite shells. Collectors became fascinated. Gem experts became curious. What exactly was this strange material?
The more they investigated, the more extraordinary it appeared. Eventually, commercial mining operations began recovering the colorful fossils.
The gemstone world was stunned. Many experts had never seen anything like it.
Ammonite was officially recognized as a gemstone, joining the ranks of some of Earth's most treasured minerals.
Yet unlike most gemstones, ammonite remained incredibly rare.
In fact, nearly all gem-quality ammonite comes from a very small area in Alberta, Canada.
That means one specific region of the world supplies almost the entire global market.
The truth was even more surprising.
Scientists soon discovered why ammonite's colors are so intense. Unlike
pigments that create color through chemicals, ammonite produces color through structure. Tiny microscopic layers inside the shell interact with light itself.
As light strikes these layers, different wavelengths are reflected back toward the viewer.
The result is a dazzling display of shifting colors known as iridescence.
The same phenomenon appears in butterfly wings and peacock feathers. But ammonite takes it to another level. Some specimens display nearly every color visible to the human eye. The finest examples seem almost alive.
A slight movement creates an entirely new pattern of colors. No two stones are exactly alike.
Each piece is completely unique.
And that uniqueness made collectors eager to own it.
Soon, jewelers began incorporating ammonite into luxury jewelry.
Pendants, rings, necklaces, and earrings showcased its breathtaking appearance.
Demand increased.
Collectors around the world wanted a piece of this prehistoric treasure.
Museums displayed exceptional specimens.
Gem enthusiasts searched for the rarest color combinations. But obtaining high-quality ammonite was never easy.
The gemstone is fragile compared to many traditional gems. Mining requires extreme care. Only a small percentage of recovered material is suitable for jewelry.
That rarity helped increase its value.
Yet the legends surrounding ammonite continued to grow. Many people became fascinated not only by its beauty but also by its supposed spiritual properties.
Some believed the stone carried ancient energy from Earth's distant past. Others claimed it promoted balance, prosperity, and positive change. In modern feng shui practices, ammonite gained a reputation as a stone capable of attracting abundance and success. Whether these beliefs are true remains open
to interpretation. But they added another layer of mystery to an already extraordinary gem. Few people know that some ammonite specimens are worth astonishing amounts of money.
Particularly rare pieces displaying multiple vivid colors can command extremely high prices.
Collectors compete fiercely for exceptional examples. The finest stones are often described as nature's artwork. And perhaps that description is fitting.
After all, no human artist created these colors. Nature spent millions of years perfecting them. Yet even with all its beauty, rarity, and value, ammonite still had one more secret waiting to be revealed. A secret that makes its story unlike almost any other gemstone on Earth. But the biggest secret was still hidden. Most gemstones are simply minerals. Diamonds are carbon. Rubies are corundum. Emeralds are beryl. Their stories begin with geology. Ammonite is different. Its story begins with life. Every polished piece of ammonite was once part of a living creature swimming through ancient oceans millions of years before humanity existed. When you hold ammonite, you are not simply holding a gemstone. You are holding a direct connection to a lost world. A world of giant marine reptiles. A world where dinosaurs still roamed the earth. A world separated from us by unimaginable stretches of time. That fact alone transforms ammonite from a beautiful gemstone into something far more meaningful. It becomes a time capsule. A surviving fragment of prehistory. A messenger from an age long vanished. And what happened next shocked everyone. Researchers studying exceptional specimens discovered that some retained astonishing details from the original ammonite shells. Despite surviving for over 70 million years, delicate structures remained preserved. It was as though nature had frozen time itself. The colors we admire today are actually linked to microscopic shell layers created by a living animal millions of years ago. In a very real sense, the beauty of ammonite is the beauty of ancient life preserved through deep time. That realization changed how many people viewed the gemstone. It was no longer simply valuable because it was rare. It was valuable because it represented one of the most incredible journeys any gemstone has ever taken. From living creature to fossil to hidden treasure to world-famous gemstone. Few objects on Earth can tell such a story. As we reach the end of ammonite's remarkable journey, one question remains. Why does this gemstone fascinate people so deeply? Perhaps it is the colors. Perhaps it is the rarity. Perhaps it is the mystery. Or perhaps it is something even deeper. Ammonite reminds us that our planet holds secrets beyond imagination. It reminds us that beauty can survive for millions of years. It reminds us that even after entire worlds disappear, traces of their existence can remain hidden beneath our feet, waiting to be discovered. Somewhere in the ancient rocks of Canada, more ammonite still lies buried. Silent. Hidden. Waiting. And every time a new piece emerges from the earth, it carries the same message from the distant past. A reminder that time may erase civilizations, reshape continents, and wipe out entire species. Yet sometimes, against all odds, something beautiful survives. And that beautiful survivor is ammonite.